Nestled amidst the towering peaks of the Peruvian Andes, La Rinconada stands as a testament to human resilience in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. At over 5,000 meters, 16,000 feet above sea level, it claims the title of the highest city on the planet. Yet amid its breathtaking vistas lies a stark reality, a city seemingly devoid of laws. La Rinconada has garnered notoriety for its lawlessness, where governance exists only in name and the absence of effective legal mechanisms allows for a state of near anarchy to prevail. Here in this remote outpost, the thin air and harsh climate are not the only challenges faced by its inhabitants. They contend with a myriad of social, economic, and environmental issues, all unfolding in a setting where the rule of law holds little sway. In this introduction, we embark on a journey to unravel the complexities of La Rinconada, exploring how its status as the highest city on Earth intersects with its unique socio-political landscape, where the absence of laws casts a shadow over daily life. Number 7. Extreme altitude. La Rinconada stands as one of the highest human settlements globally, owing to its elevated location in the Peruvian Andes. This lofty altitude subjects its inhabitants to a harsh climate and thin air, presenting formidable challenges to their well-being. The rarefied atmosphere at such heights can lead to altitude sickness, a condition marked by symptoms like headaches, nausea, and dizziness as the body struggles to adjust to reduced oxygen levels. Additionally, prolonged exposure to high altitudes increases the risk of hypoxia, a state of oxygen deprivation that can impair cognitive function and physical performance. These health concerns loom large over the residents of La Rinconada, necessitating adaptations and precautions to mitigate the adverse effects of living in such extreme conditions. Measures such as adequate hydration, gradual acclimatization, and access to medical care play crucial roles in safeguarding the health and well-being of those residing in this lofty settlement. Number 6. Gold Rush. La Rinconada's economic backbone is predominantly centered around informal gold mining, attracting thousands of miners, often from impoverished rural areas, in pursuit of economic opportunities. However, this influx has ushered in a gold rush marked by unregulated mining practices, exacerbating environmental degradation and fostering a range of social issues. The lure of gold prompts individuals to engage in informal mining activities, often without adherence to safety standards or environmental regulations, leading to widespread ecological damage such as deforestation, water pollution, and soil erosion. Additionally, the influx of miners strains local resources and infrastructure, contributing to social problems like overcrowding, inadequate housing, and strained public services. Furthermore, the informal nature of the gold mining industry facilitates exploitation and conflict as miners compete for access to lucrative mining sites while facing risks such as hazardous working conditions and exposure to criminal elements. Tackling the challenges posed by the informal gold mining sector in La Rinconada requires comprehensive approaches that address not only economic and environmental concerns but also social and governance issues to foster sustainable development and improve the well-being of the community. Number 5. Informal economy. The economy of La Rinconada operates predominantly in the informal sector, where a significant portion of activities occurs beyond the reach of government regulations. This informality permeates various aspects of life in the town, including mining, commerce, and governance, leading to a dearth of legal oversight and enforcement. In the realm of mining, informal practices prevail, with many miners operating independently or in small, unregulated groups, often without adherence to safety standards or environmental regulations. Similarly, commercial activities in La Rinconada often occur through informal channels, with transactions conducted outside formal regulatory frameworks, thereby evading taxation and regulatory scrutiny. Moreover, the informal nature of governance in the town further compounds these challenges as administrative processes and decision-making mechanisms may lack transparency and accountability. This absence of legal oversight and enforcement not only fosters an environment conducive to exploitation and corruption, but also hampers efforts to address pressing social, economic, and environmental issues facing the community. Rectifying these systemic shortcomings requires concerted efforts to formalize economic activities, strengthen regulatory frameworks, and promote transparency and accountability in governance structures. Number 4. Lawlessness. The lack of effective law enforcement mechanisms in La Rinconada has created a state of lawlessness, characterized by soaring crime rates that encompass theft, violence, and even murder. With minimal presence and enforcement capability, authorities struggle to maintain control of the remote and rugged terrain of the region. The challenging geography of La Rinconada, nestled in the Peruvian Andes at high altitudes, poses logistical hurdles for law enforcement agencies, hindering their ability to respond promptly to incidents and establish a visible deterrent against criminal activities. As a result, criminal elements operate with relative impunity, exploiting the absence of law enforcement to perpetrate acts of violence and theft, further eroding the safety and security of the community. The pervasive sense of lawlessness not only undermines public trust in institutions but also exacerbates socioeconomic disparities and hampers efforts to foster a stable and thriving community. Addressing the issue of lawlessness in La Rinconada necessitates concerted efforts to strengthen law enforcement capacity, improve infrastructure, and address underlying socioeconomic factors contributing to crime and insecurity. Number 3. Weak governance. Due to its remote location and extreme environmental conditions, La Rinconada struggles with the establishment of robust government institutions, leading to a dearth of essential services like education, healthcare, and infrastructure. The town's isolation atop the Peruvian Andes creates logistical hurdles for authorities to maintain a consistent presence, exacerbating the already challenging circumstances faced by its residents. Consequently, educational opportunities are limited, healthcare facilities are often inadequate or inaccessible, and basic infrastructure, such as roads and sanitation systems, are underdeveloped. The absence of effective governance compounds these issues, fostering an environment where social and economic challenges persist unchecked. As a result, the inhabitants of La Rinconada are left to navigate a precarious existence, grappling with the daily realities of life in one of the world's most challenging environments. Number 2. Exploitation and vulnerability. The informal economy prevalent in La Rinconada leaves its miners and residents highly vulnerable to exploitation by various powerful interests, including mine owners and criminal organizations. Operating outside formal legal frameworks, miners often lack legal protections and bargaining power, making them easy targets for exploitation. Mine owners, driven by profit motives, may subject workers to unsafe working conditions, low wages, and long hours without adequate recourse or safeguards. Additionally, the presence of criminal gangs further compounds these vulnerabilities, perpetuating a cycle of exploitation and violence within the community. As a result, many inhabitants of La Rinconada live in poverty, struggling to make ends meet amidst precarious working conditions and minimal social support systems. The absence of effective legal protections exacerbates their plight, leaving them with limited avenues for seeking justice or improving their circumstances. Addressing the systemic issues of exploitation and poverty in La Rinconada requires comprehensive efforts to strengthen legal protections, combat organized crime, and promote inclusive economic development that prioritizes the well-being of its residents. Number 1. Environmental degradation. The unregulated mining practices rampant in La Rinconada have inflicted severe environmental degradation upon the region, manifesting in alarming forms such as deforestation, water pollution, and soil erosion. The unrestricted exploitation of natural resources has resulted in vast swaths of forests being cleared to make way for mining operations, disrupting delicate ecosystems and accelerating biodiversity loss. Moreover, the discharge of toxic chemicals and heavy metals from mining activities contaminates local water sources, posing serious risks to both aquatic life and human health. Additionally, the erosion of soil caused by unchecked mining operations further exacerbates environmental damage, leading to destabilized landscapes and increased susceptibility to landslides and other natural disasters. The absence of adequate environmental regulations and enforcement mechanisms aggravates these issues, allowing destructive practices to persist unabated. Furthermore, the pollution of water sources jeopardizes public health, exposing residents to hazardous substances and potential health hazards. Addressing the environmental challenges in La Rinconada requires concerted efforts to implement and enforce robust environmental regulations, promote sustainable mining practices, and mitigate the adverse impacts on both local ecosystems and public well-being. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon.